All right, trade pros, good morning. Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to our morning market update for this beautiful July the 8th. It is Wednesday, so it's the middle of the week. Half the trading week is done already. And here we are, ready to rock for yet another day. Today's crude oil inventory, and so you're going to see some excitement and buzz around the crude market. But let's cover a few points. There's quite a bit to actually go through in this morning's market update. I hope you had a great day. Let's rock and roll. All right, let's start out with talking about our Power 60 headlines that are important enough but may not move the market right away. All right, Deutsche Bank fined $150 million for their ties to Jeffrey Epstein. His lawyer was in there taking cash out in the minimal denomination, so he stayed under the radar. An activity suspicious enough, he caught the attention of a lot of bankers and the branch manager, and they did nothing. Fined $150 billion for their involvement. All right, it's another smear on Deutsche Bank. They just can't seem to get out of trouble. All right, in other news, the U.S. has notified the United Nations that it will end its 72-year membership. That's a long time in the World Health Organization, or WHO, over Donald Trump's criticism of how badly it handled coronavirus and its ties with China. Right, the WHO has flip-flopped a lot on the coronavirus, and it is true. But he's criticized them on the ties to China, and that's the reason he says it will end effective July of 2021, which is next year, which means this is all contingent on his reelection. And Joe Biden's already said he would not do that if he's elected. He would keep them in the World Health Organization, keep the United States in the World Health Organization. All right, another news, shares of Walmart are up 7% yesterday and up a little bit more today on reports that the retail traders or the retail giants, the massive corporation, is going to do a same-day delivery program, and it's calling it the Prime Killer. It's set to do, or it's due to launch in this month in July. All right, it's going to be called Walmart Plus. It's an extremely creative name. All right, price at $98 per year, and undercutting Amazon at $119 for its Prime. Also going to include things like video entertainment. All right, discounts on gas, product deals, reserved deliveries, and 2-hour delivery offers as well. All right, Walmart is getting into video entertainment. Can't wait to see some of that for free, of course, because I don't plan to subscribe. All right, and then the news, TradePro is coming out with TradePro Academy Plus. No, we're not. Now, this is a little more market related. Okay, Bloomberg reported last night, this is really important, that Donald Trump's administration is mulling or considering a plan to deliberately break the peg of the US dollar to the Hong Kong dollar. All right, and this is what's really causing some of this downside momentum in the Asian session, along with some fears in Europe and the US. All right, and the reason being is this is over Beijing's new law that they've imposed, a national security law. The attempt would be to actually limit access to dollar funding for Hong Kong, right? And if Hong Kong doesn't have enough US dollars, they can't do anything at the central bank level to maintain the peg. All right, it's been pegged at 7.75 Hong Kong per US dollar to 7.85. That's been the range. It was set in 2005 and hasn't really deviated much from there. All right, and it's a very important thing. Currently, this proposal is under review by the State Department. It's got a lot of opposition in the Trump administration. It wasn't reported as of though it's happening. It's just something that's kind of being run through the process and procedures at the moment. But this is extremely and particularly gruesome to banks who have big exposure to Hong Kong, like at HSBC. All right, HSBC's 2/3 of their pre-tax income comes from Hong Kong. They're down 4.3% overnight. All right, that's kind of the news that's driving markets. Why does this whole peg matter? By the way, you might be thinking, hey, why is it even important? Well, the thing about this is if the U.S. limits capital or U.S. dollars to China, what it's going to end up doing is potentially more harm to the U.S. than China itself. Right? China could then reestablish a peg with the Hong Kong dollar to the Chinese yuan. There's a lot of different options, but it's been the lifeblood of banking in Hong Kong. Hong Kong has expanded a lot on this relationship and duality. All right, that's why it's important. Probably more important for FX traders, to be honest, but stock traders should also keep this in mind. Okay, very light economic calendar today, so there isn't really much in the market anyways that we're looking forward to in terms of economic releases. Overnight, Japan's down 0.8%. Hong Kong's up 0.6. China's up 1.7. India's down 1 percentage point. And in Europe at midday, London's down 0.1. Paris is down almost 1%. Frankfurt down 0.6. And then futures in the U.S. more or less close to the flat side of things, but we got as low as minus down about 0.2%. Right, not a huge movement. A lot of the movement already happened into the close of yesterday, into the U.S. session. All right, SPY's down, or S&P's down 0.1%. Nasdaq's chugging along, still up 0.1 and hitting record highs every day. All right, crude oil overnight, pretty consistent, pretty stable, pretty boring, pretty range bound. Sticking around right above that 40, down 0.4%. We saw the private numbers, the API, American Petroleum Institute, stockpiles of crude. That number came out at plus 2 million. The expectation was a negative. So when you get more supply or more inventory accumulated, that means there's less demand or more supply, or probably and likely a combination of both. That isn't good for the price. And it's interesting. It sets up an interesting day for today. We had some really big draws of inventory on crude. We had an API build, and it didn't really budge too much. Let's see what happens on this crude oil report. I think if we get another build, we'll have an epic opportunity in the energy markets today. So I'm really looking forward to it. All right, gold's up 0.3%. Also breaks above 1,800 an ounce for the first time since 2011. That's a huge rally. Flows into bullion-backed exchange funds like GLD have surpassed the record in 2009, the full year record in 2009, and it's still just July of 2020. All right, big demand for gold for obvious reasons. Dollar printing by the Fed, and right, there isn't really many safe havens globally. And at the same time, you're looking at gold go up with the stock market. That doesn't usually happen. That's a temporary misprice, or not misprice, but it's a miscorrelation. It'd be interesting to watch how that plays out. I would be more bullish on the stock market, and I'd be using downside as buying opportunities. And gold above 1,800 just tells me that that's not a good idea quite yet. All right, Bitcoin's up overnight, but still in the 9,200 range. I don't know if it'll ever escape that again by the looks of it. But obviously joking there. 7 a.m. we have mortgage applications this morning. I'll go through them a little bit later with the trading room. 10:30 we got the DOE inventories. 12:15 Fed's Bostic is going to speak on the Federal Reserve's response to COVID-19. All right, we should call it COVID-20 at this point. 1 p.m. results of a $29 billion 10-year note auction. 3 p.m. consumer credit. So no major real economic reports. Today we're going to be trading on regular order flow and technical levels, and I'm looking forward to it. The way it's shaping up, though, we could see a slow consolidation type day. We're right above the prior day low and overnight lows, and right below the overnight high at the VWAP at the prior day close, sitting sideways on low volume. Okay, we may have to start pushing some more size in oil today to make up our day. Okay, we'll see what we get. At the end of the day, we can't predict. We have to adapt and respond. That's how you make money in this market. I don't want to predict. I have absolutely no intention of being right about anything. I just want to make money. I just want to make money. That's it. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to sign off on YouTube. We're going to get on with the trading room. We'll look at oil. Then we're going to look at some levels on equities as well and plan our trades to start the morning. YouTube, I bid you a farewell. Be good. Have a great rest of your day. What else do I have? If anyone's wondering what the shirt says, the shirt says, retail bus is full. I'm not wearing it because I think the retail bus is kind of getting full, to be honest with you. But it has been full, and people just keep cramming on there. You guys have a good day. Be good, and take care. We're getting on with our trading room. Love y'all. Be good, chum. All right, Boxy, let's get in here and talk about oil levels. And I'm looking forward to doing the oil inventory report with you today, as every other week. Ton of opportunity. And then Vicky will send it to you for some equity levels before the opening bell.